The one thing that, the folks can't stand, though, of course, those who don't like black Americans or anyone of black descent, is they don't like to see us successful. They can't stand that. Oh, they can't stand that. Case in point, let's roll this with this sister had to tell one of them.
Well, I must have climbed pretty high, because despite being in a game that's rigged for over 400 years, you're still beneath me. Bottom feeding. Losing to me at your own game. How does that happen? Since you want to join the conversation, explain that! While you try to hold on to the imaginary white power that you think you have. They pushed you into the deserts and the swamps and the lands of the U.S. that nobody wants to live in. They didn't give you quality education, healthcare, insurance, or livable wages for most of you. And some of you might crawl your way into maybe a management position or maybe owning a business, but guess who you have to extort? Your peers. You have to pay them not livable wages. Look around. Most of y'all are poor. But look at me, beating you at your own game. And now all you can do is go in my comments and cry. Meanwhile, my tree climbing feet are in $1,000 shoes, traveling the world, seeing all the beautiful, colorful people around the world. And you minorities are upset in my comments, mad about it. Boo-hoo.
For any of us to have any level of success in this system that's rigged, it's completely rigged against black people. We still find a way to be successful in our own right. We may not have the success that some of them have, but if you are a failure and you're part of the folks community, shame on you. Because how do you fail in a system that you can just be mediocre and show up? You get home loans that you don't deserve. You get business loans that you don't deserve. You get access to venture capitalists just because who you are. It's so many different things they get. They don't get shot up by the police. The judge don't throw them in jail. I mean, everything they have, all they have to do is just show up and just be halfway sane and put some sentences together and be halfway professional, and they can be a success story. So when they are mad at a black person, let me know that how do you fail in a system that's rigged for you to win? That's why you see some black people say that they don't have sympathy for them when they see them on the street, because they say all they have to do is clean themselves up and go get a job and they'll hire them today. But black people, we have an excuse to be on the street. We've been sabotaged every step of the way. We still being sabotaged in 2024. Still happening today. So the best revenge that you can get on people like that is just to win. You can call me whatever anti-black slur you would like, but winning is what makes me smile. It's not you just, the best thing you got out of your day is calling me a name. Like, okay, you can call me that name all you want, but how did I get over you in a rigged system against me when all you had to do is be mediocre and show up? But what's happening, ladies and gentlemen, is the days is coming, and it's coming very fast, that they not gonna know what country they're living in anymore. I keep saying something about 2030. I don't know what's gonna happen by 2030, but I've been feeling 2030, that they not gonna know what happened to America. I'm talking about them in particular, not other people, them. They're not gonna know this country no more. They're gonna lament, they're gonna cry, they're gonna say, I long for the days where we used to have the country the way we had it. Now it's completely changed. Because you have to understand, look at the example of South Africa. They had apartheid. Apartheid ended. Look at what they say today. They lament for the days of apartheid. They miss the type of privilege they had, even though they still have privilege in South Africa. They do, but not the way they had it during apartheid. They lament for all that. They cry about that. They say they struggling, they going through things, people discriminated against them, all kind of things. But what about all discrimination that happened to black people during apartheid? You understand what I'm saying? Just as much as those people dealing with that in South Africa, these people gonna be enduring the same thing, because all these people that have fled to this country have not forgot how a lot of them put their countries in situations where they had to flee sometime. And black people sure haven't forgotten about our ancestors and what we have went through. I always say to them, you do better starting to get along with black people, because this country is getting blacker, browner, yellower, and any other color you want to say. It is. And you're gonna and listen, it's only gonna be so long when these people gonna try to be on your good side. The moment these people see that you don't have control and the power dwindling, they trying to assert themselves and not trying to be thinking about you. You understand? That's why a lot of them, even though we talk about the issue of Trump and policies and stuff like that, but for them with Trump, that's their last hope to keep the system the way they want it, because they feel that, for instance, if Kamala Harris gets in there, the system is not going to be the same no more, and they're going to be done. They're going to be completely finished, completely done, and they're not going to know, they'll feel like they lost America. Now, I'm not advocating Kamala Harris at all. I'm just telling you their mindset, how a lot of them feel. It's just bottom line. That's why that idiot guy went up there and talking about a civil war if Trump lose. And this guy was a whole senator saying this mess. Whole senator. But I will say this. Just do right by black people and you won't have a problem. But you keep that up, I don't know what the future holds.